What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Paul's Best Podcast, the podcast where we only talk about the best. That's it. If it's negative, it's not here. We're talking about the best shit ever in that subject. And today, my guest is one of the best, one of my favorite people in comedy since I've just never a dick and always funny. Dan Soder.
Ah, you sweetie
You're
pie.
just not a dick.
No.
You're just not. No, listen, we've met people
I
in this.
can be, but I try not to be.
But I feel like a guy like you being a dick, they would have to push you.
And I always regret it. I always walk away and go, "Dang,
Yeah, like you'd be like, you call the guy, you're like, dude, was I?
oh, dude.
You're one of those?
I just went through that. I just went through a thing
Dude,
where
did I?
someone talked shit. I got angry. Found out from a friend it really wasn't shit talking. And then I was like, it's all, and I have no reason to be. But I'm like, I probably went too hard. And I didn't even go that hard.
Have you ever like really gone hard at somebody? And like, have you
Yeah.
ever been like, you fuck, and then
Yeah. I've motherfucked a couple people.
Yeah.
And then you just go like, yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, but listen, how long you been doing comedy?
21 years?
Yeah, so out of 21 years, what do you got, 2 or 3 under your belt?
Under 7. Under 7.
Dude, if you're counting on one hand,
Yeah.
motherfucking people, that's
My
not
my free throw percentage is like 97%. I don't miss. And when I do, I stay after for 3 hours.
You know when it's
until
coming,
my
you're
arm.
like, Dan's knocking that 3 down.
You go, is Dan still in the practice space? And he
Dude.
goes, he's still shooting free throws.
No, dude, he's in the corner and there's no defender.
Yeah. Fucking dish it.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I mean, I get like that too, where like I was just like, was I like? It sucks to go, hey man, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
But we don't.
I
do
think
a lot.
society needs more of that, though, of going like, my bad, dude.
Oh,
Yeah. There's not enough my bads. We need to bring back my bad.
Lot
My
of
bad, dude.
A lot of people don't like to apologize.
No.
Yeah.
Because
That's what it is.
Yeah, social media era, that means you lost. We talk about sports today, but like,
Right.
no one wants to lose. Everything's been sportified. Politics,
Yeah.
conversations, and I do it. I'm a psycho.
Yeah.
I keep track.
Yeah, yeah.
My fiance hates it. She's like, "Are you keeping score again?" I'm like, "I'm up 3-1," but
That's.
yeah, yeah.
And listen, it's a best of 7
Yeah,
series, and I'm
you're-
up 3-1.
And I'm about to close out on the road. We're talking about your friend and
I'm closing out on the road.
Your fans are going to go
Listen,
home.
I don't need a home game to
Pretty
win this
pissed.
thing. I don't
Yeah.
need. I got you dead to rights.
If I can close the series, I'm closing the series.
I'm telling my wife during a fight, your defense just not up to snuff
I'm telling
tonight.
you, your fans are going to go home real sad because I
funny.
remember some stuff.
It'd be funny if there were like sports, like argue announcers. They're like, I'll tell you what, Stacey Virzi's defense is not.
Oh my God, Katie Nolan is up. I don't think there's any chance Dan Soder's coming back in this. Oh my God, he remembers something she said one time. This is tied up. So we're going to take a break. Dan Soder is back in the argument.
Tell you what, Virzi looked out of it, but then he came home with flowers.
Well, we were letting your cousin call it. It's partial broadcasting. I don't know. Katie Nolan. You know when you're like watching. That's why I don't think Reggie Miller should have been on the Pacers Knicks.
Dude,
series.
I actually agree with that 100%. I said the other day, dude, that's a conflict of interest, dude. I don't need to hear one of the arch enemies of my favorite organization.
Destroyed your childhood.
Yeah. And then he's going like, I need to hear him go, that wasn't out on Naismith. It's like, dude, I don't need to hear that.
Yeah, I tried to bring this up to our friend Ricky Velez, and he wasn't understanding it, where I was like, I don't want Troy Aikman calling a 49ers-Cowboys game because I know you're Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
You're a fucking cowboy.
Yeah.
I don't, impartial. Shut the fuck up. Then you're a phony.
Yeah.
If you can be that impartial now, then it meant nothing to you when it happened. And that hurts more.
Yeah.
The 9 points in fucking 3 seconds or however fast Reggie Miller did you guys in like that?
I think it was 8 points in 13 seconds. I mean,
was,
and now I got to see him in a suit
and
pointing,
go like, hey,
and pointing.
Jalen Brunson is a dog. And you're like, shut up. I like Cheryl better.
Dude, Cheryl, how sad is it that Cheryl wasn't able to play in the WNBA because it didn't exist? Dude, she had like 100 points in a game.
Yeah, it's unfair.
She was literally...
She's like Josh Gibson. She's like, wouldn't let her play ball. You're like, this is the best home run hitter of all time. They go, yeah, in the Negro
Dude, you know who that
leagues.
is right there, dude? That's fucking Cheryl Miller.
Dude, there's a great podcast. She was on a podcast where she told a story about scoring 100 points in a game and having to tell Reggie.
Oh,
And
I
he
saw
was-
that.
It's
Dude,
please
I
go
saw
find
that.
it. You can Google it.
Go
It's
find
so-
that story when
it's
she...
so funny.
No, and he goes, how many did she have?
He goes, she have 30? And her dad goes, and he's like, she have 40? And he goes, It's just two of the greatest basketball players of all time, and their brother sister is awesome.
No, that's to have like shooters like that in the family. Just be like, oh God, I just hope there's not another sibling.
Yeah. Oh my, just like Mark Miller. He's like, I'm all right. I don't know. I do good.
Like, Mark,
hey, you're a good accountant. He goes. He's just born like 5'8". He's like, I don't know, it's fucking bullshit.
Oh, fucking Soder.
Everyone else.
On the show. This is going to be great. So today, as you guys know, you watch the show. This is a very niche show. This show is about the best of something, and I could not have Dan Soder on the show. And that's why I love your podcast too, because your podcast, like, I had so much fun talking about, because like we don't talk comedy. It's like,
No.
it's like I
don't want to. It happens inevitably sometimes.
No, sometimes you'll be like, oh, dude, remember we were on the road. But like when it's just like, so dude, when the hardest you bomb, it's just like,
we've gone through it.
Yeah, dude, we've gone through that years. But
everyone knows we're fake. It's been exposed. It's like when they used to do those specials on Fox of all the wrestling moves, and the WWF was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
That's like everyone going on podcasts being like, here's how you write a joke.
Yeah, I remember the magician guy that showed how to do it.
Oh, dude, death threats.
What a rat that guy was, though, dude.
Yeah, I hope he got cut in half.
He had the fucking. You remember he had the. Yeah, and he would be like, "This is how you."
He's like, "This is how you make a card disappear." I hope they made him disappear. I'm okay with that murder. I'm okay if that man was murdered.
Dude, that's rat shit, dude.
If you get sawed in half, shouldn't have talked.
Oh, dude, what a revenge.
Yeah.
They just find his body in 2 boxes.
They go,
There's just a note that says.
Just being able to threaten someone like that, you just go, "We'll make you disappear."
The note says, "How do you do this one?"
Yeah.
He's just half of his torso.
He wakes up, he's like, "Where are my legs?" Ta-da, bitch.
Today's episode, we are talking, because I couldn't have Soder on the show if we didn't do this. He's perfect for this. We're talking greatest sporting events we've been to live.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but before we do it, I've been waiting to tell Dan this story because you'll appreciate it so much about the drive, and then you tell me then you go into the one that your favorite one live. All right?
Yeah.
Where you've been to. So.
Well, I've got a couple. How many am I picking?
No. We'll do like 2, 3 each, whatever.
Okay.
But no, we'll do it till.
I've gotten to see some cool shit.
We'll do it till Kevin
sports-wise.
tells us the time. So I'm performing at Hilarities in Cleveland, and I don't know if you remember, but Bo Diaz was the cop. So you know how Hilarities had the cops around?
Yeah, I remember that.
He was like, so Bo Diaz, his name was, he was kind of like a big Cuban cop, and he was just like, he would go to like, he would tell us like, oh, dude, LeBron, we had to do this for him.
Sure.
We did this.
All the Cleveland sports stuff.
All the Cleveland sports stuff. So he goes, we're at like a conference center, and Elway spoke in Cleveland. And Elway goes, all right, guys, I'm going to tell you, this is coming exactly from Bo, and I'll never forget this. This is amazing. So he goes, I'm going to talk to you guys about the drive, and they all start booing. And he goes, just hear me out. This is Elway. He goes, I know. He goes, I know I'm in enemy territory. Just hear me out. He said, dude, during the drive, a dude from the dog pound threw an egg, and the egg smashed the face mask of his O-lineman. And he said, and the O-lineman is going like this, and he's going. And he said, and they see the yoke, and he said, Elway's in the huddle laughing, and like after like the next down, these guys going, and he's just fucking doing the shit with his eyes, and Elway's going to clean up. He goes, I'm not giving that fucker the satisfaction to wipe my face. So Elway said the whole fucking way down, he kept the team loose by just watching him.
And he goes, yolk in my eye.
He goes, they're looking at this guy with yolk dripping through his face mask, and they're crying, laughing. He goes, it kept us loose on the drive.
That's great.
He goes, it kept us loose on the drive, and they're going, dude, can you wipe it now? He goes, I'm not giving that fucker the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine just seeing your O-lineman like this? Dude, how great is that?
Because also the point when you score on the drive to win the game, he's not even thinking about the egg anymore.
Right.
They just scored to win the AFC championship.
And if it loosens you up from like the 10.
That is another classic example of taking you out of the moment will make you better. That's the John Candy, Joe Montana moment, where Joe Montana got in the huddle in 1981 in the Super Bowl. Harris Barton, his offensive lineman, he goes, HB, is that John Candy? And Harris Barton went, yeah. He's like, what the fuck, dude? This is the game-winning drive of the Super Bowl. And Montana's like, hey, John Candy.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's like...
It loosens you up.
I think that's like what makes elite athletes is they can kind of separate themselves and just do it. There's like that Peacock documentary about Montana. And you know those phones, how they used to call up before they had him in their helmets.
Yeah.
And he just called his wife.
Yes,
I
heard
just found out he hit 9 and got an outside dial tone.
He wanted to see.
He just called his house, and his wife picked up. He was like, "Hey,
it works.
I'm at the game." I think that shit's. Obviously, growing up in Colorado, Elway's a god. He's a god, but I think.
Yeah.
It's funny you tell that story because my story is an Elway story through my friend. I was at the game. My dad's half brother used to take me to Broncos games, and so I think my mom especially. I was a 49er fan living in Colorado, but it didn't work. I was like huge in the Niners. And I think everyone was kind of like, yeah, but the Broncos. What about the Broncos? I mean, Bronco fandom is massive in Colorado.
Dude, my aunt lives in Denver.
I was like, yeah, always cool. I like Steve Atwater. I'm fine. I like Mecklenburg. Like, I'm fine with these guys. But I'm a Niner fan. I already was a 49er fan, and we had moved to Colorado. I was 49ers and Giants before we moved to Colorado. I was a kid, but I still, loved them. And my dad's half brother would have these season tickets, and he'd be like, "Well, you want to go?"
Yeah.
So I got into the Broncos, but they were never my number one team.
Sure.
But I liked them.
Yeah.
Old Mile High Stadium was the shit. It was like that fan base does not get as much credit, obviously, as like a Pittsburgh or as like this, or as a Raiders even. But dude, the Broncos fan base. Old school Mile High Stadium. We used to sit in the east stands real close to the south stands. And the south stands were fucking wild. That's where Barrel Man was. That's where they threw fucking snowballs at the Raiders. They would just shit. You would see fights.
Yeah?
From where we sat, we were near the edge. My uncle would be like, "Oh, they're fighting." And you look down, you go, "Oh shit, they are." And people are just fucking scrapping. Chiefs fans, Broncos fans.
Yeah.
South stands were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They should have never fucking changed it from Mile High Stadium to Invesco Field or whatever the fuck it's called now.
Yeah.
Should have just been Mile High Stadium because it came with an attitude.
Yeah, Mile High is great.
Similarly, the way Meadowlands just had an attitude. The Vet in Philly had an attitude. Candlestick had just go back to making the stadiums characters in the franchise. Stop making them whores of corporations.
Great point.
Make them part of the fucking organization.
Yeah.
There was something about the Steelers. I know it's Heinz Field. It always will be Three Rivers. Because growing up, you just hear John Madden go we're at Three Rivers Stadium. And you're like, Pittsburgh. There's Three Rivers in Pittsburgh. Yeah. You just kind of knew shit.
Yeah.
Mile High. They're a mile high up.
Yeah.
Candlestick Point in the Bay. It was just a lot of shit that stadiums need to go back. So...
now it's Petco. Nobody's scared of Petco Field.
Oh, hey everybody! It's fucking Uber Stadium. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
Give it a name. At least a dead guy, someone important in your organization.
Something.
Soldier Field is Soldier Field. Green Bay. You know what I mean?
Soldier Field's a good one too.
If you're a corporation, I don't need your. It means more if you pay for the stadium and don't put your name on it. Then I go, what a cool corporation.
That's true. That's actually true.
They're fans of this fucking team.
Yeah.
They want something that involves the team without getting credit.
Invesco Field. Nobody's going to be
Shut up, Invesco. and then they try to do at Mile High. Shut the fuck up. It should be Mile High Stadium. So this is, dude, again, I started watching the Broncos live in the Dan Reeves era. And then I watched him go through Wade Phillips and then Mike Shanahan. Mike Shanahan coming into the Denver Broncos was huge for me. I'm a 49ers fan. He left the 49ers as coordinator to come to the Broncos to be the head coach. Immediately turns the team around. It's very fun to watch. We go from football's done in December to we might get to go to the playoffs. I get to go to some fucking Broncos playoff games, which are pretty sick. I went to the ones where they lost to the Jaguars in 97 or 96. 97, I didn't get to go to any playoff games when they went on that. I think I went to maybe one divisional one. But then I didn't get to go to the AFC Championship game because it was in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I go to all these games with my dad's half brother. I use uncle loosely because we were cool, now we're not cool.
Okay.
98.
Yeah.
Broncos already won the Super Bowl in 97.
Yeah.
That 98 team, Terrell Davis runs for 2,000 yards.
Yep.
Ed McCaffrey, Rod Smith, Bill Romanowski, Steve Atwater. They got fucking everybody, dude.
Rod Smith was sick.
That fucking D-line. They had Neil Smith, Alfred Williams. They were fucking
Who was the
stacked.
tight end?
Shannon Sharp.
Oh, dude.
It's unbelievable.
Dude.
They're unbelievable.
Dude, Ed McCaffrey.
Howard Griffin, the fullback, shout out Mike McDaniel. I know that was the reason that McDaniel always gets a fucking fullback is because of Howard Griffin. And speaking of Mike McDaniel,
yeah,
that 1998 AFC Championship game against the Jets.
You're there.
My uncle's like, his wife doesn't want to go.
Oh, God.
He's like, do you want to go? I'm like, it's an AFC Championship game. Absolutely. And I'm on board with the Broncos. I'm still loving the Niners. We got bumped. We beat, I think we lost to the Falcons that year.
Okay.
We lost to either the Falcons or the Vikings, but we lost to one of them. Because that was the year that the 49ers beat Green Bay in San Francisco, which they called the catch, too, where Terrell Owens dropped it 3 times.
Wait a minute.
And then caught it in the middle of the thing.
Was that the year?
Jerry Rice's last game as a 49er.
Was that the year Gary Anderson missed that one field goal, and it was against
the Vikings?
The Vikings lost because he missed it.
Mort Anderson missed it. Mort Anderson was on the fucking Shit, it might have been Gary Anderson.
It was Gary Anderson.
Gary Anderson was on the Vikings. Mort Anderson
was on the Saints.
Yes.
Yeah, so Gary Anderson was his only miss of the year.
Whole year.
And was that against the Falcons?
Yes.
Yes.
In the NFC Championship game.
Dude, that was the year Moss was like a rookie with like 17 touchdowns.
I'm going to tell you right now, I was at Mile High Stadium.
Yeah.
They had it on the screen. When he missed the field goal, the stadium erupted because no one wanted that smoke. No one wanted the Minnesota, Randall Cunningham, Chris Carter, Randy Moss, Robert Smith.
Yep.
I mean, that fucking John Randall on defense.
What were they? Did they lose 2 games all year?
Yeah.
3 games?
They're the best team in the NFL.
You don't want them.
They were the best team in the NFL, and the Falcons sneak by them because of a missed field goal. Mile High Stadium goes fucking crazy. Now, at the time, Mike McDaniel, current head coach of the Miami Dolphins, my friend since middle school, was the ball boy of the Denver Broncos. He was the ball boy 96 to 98. 96 season, 97 season, 98. So both Super Bowl wins. McDaniel, you can look that up, was the ball boy. Pretty crazy. He was the ball boy. Also beat him 70 to 10 a couple seasons ago. Might want to look that up too.
So how old was he?
We were 14.
Okay.
We were 98, we were 15. So we were 14 turning 15.
Okay.
That game, the Jets were up at halftime. The Jets were awesome. There's Vinny Testaverde, Curtis Martin.
Yep, I remember that team.
It's a fucking good Jets team.
Yeah. Curtis Martin was great that year.
Yeah, and they're awesome. And they're winning. It was right when they went back to the white and green uniforms.
Yeah, I know it.
And so you're like, oh, shit. So the story that gets told to me, obviously I wasn't in the room for this, but I was in the stadium. Broncos are down, I think either 13-6 or like 14-6 at halftime. You could look up the score. I don't know the exact numbers.
Yeah.
They're down.
Yeah.
Shanahan gives a speech. They do the whole thing. Everybody leaves the locker room. McDaniel's job as the ball boy was to clean up the towels in the locker room. Just put them in the laundry bin, and then go back out there while they're doing warm-ups to start the second half. He says the locker room is empty. He's cleaning up shit, and he looks over, and John Elway's still in there. And then John Elway walks over to where the fountain sodas are, grabs a cup, scoops ice in it, fills it full of Mr. Pibb, and then chugs it. Throws the ice out, throws the cup away, goes out, wins the AFC Championship game.
And you're at this game? I
was at that game.
Oh, my God.
He comes back in the second half and wins. And we're like, holy shit, it was awesome. Yeah. You know, going to the Super Bowl, they're playing the Falcons, who they fucking destroyed to get their second title.
That was back-to-back, right?
Yeah, back-to-back, 97.
Was that the helicopter? Or was the helicopter the first
that was against Green Bay. But I think it's just awesome the Broncos come back and win.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk to McDaniel when he gets home. He got home always very late from games because he had to stay after and do all that shit.
Yeah.
I call him. This is before cell phones or anything. I call him at his house, and I'm like, how fucking great is that? He's like, dude, John Elway chugged a Mr. Pibb before he won. And I was like, no, he didn't. He's like, I'm telling you, it was me and him were the only two in the locker room, and he scooped that up, and I was like, that's so awesome.
That's fucking nuts.
And it was just a story that I've never seen anyone told. I don't think McDaniel's ever told it publicly, but I remember that story and being like, but it's similar to yours. It's loose. It's like whoever stays loose wins the game.
Yeah, but you know what's so amazing about that story is your buddy got to see something and experience something that is so private to him that he's watching literally a heroic sports figure just come in, you know, Coke like
drink
a normal
soda. By the way,
drink a soda.
Back then they were like, athletes don't drink soda, and you're like,
And
Really?
and he just slugs a Mr. Pibb,
Yeah.
and then he's just watching it, and then he gets to tell you, dude, dude, that's insane.
He was like, even before how cool it was to be on the field, is he going to the Super Bowl? You know, he was just like, dude, I fucking watched John Elway chug a Mr. Pibb.
Dude, that's
and
sick.
then win the game, and you're like, that's fucking awesome.
The only thing would have been better if John Elway just would have like,
hey, kid.
Don't tell
winked at
him.
Yeah. I think that's how you would make it into a movie, but the honest story is even cool enough.
It's actually cool to just see him.
Just watch and be like, picking up towels and being like,
oh my God.
And he's just like, he just fucking pours it out and then just goes and rips
But you also
it.
don't want to see like John Elway farting.
Yeah, you do. Nothing would be funnier than knowing Joe Montana was like,
dude, he's just picking their nose.
He's like, anyways, yeah, I'll go win that. And he does this awesome fucking move. I mean, that was as far as like a moment, very cool.
Yeah.
But the coolest sports moment I've ever been in the room for was talking to you about growing up a 49ers Giants fan.
Yep.
My dad's from the Bay Area. That's why I was a huge, you get all your sports likes from your dad.
Of course.
Or you go against your dad if you got some weird shit going on. But most of the time, it's like religion. You go with whoever your dad is.
No, I said in my Netflix special, I go, if you go against the dad, something's there. Something's wrong. Something happened.
So you watched him hit mom. Something happened.
Something happened for sure. Because,
it's not normal.
And when I told the joke, I saw guys in the crowd either look at their drink or they would be like, because like my son lives and dies with the Knicks, the Giants, and Yankees. The Knicks, I mean, I almost feel bad for what I did to him.
So you'll understand this. It was like Niners, Giants, Warriors. That was it. Niners, Giants, Warriors. It's before the Sharks were a team. This is before anything. Niners, Giants, Warriors. Niners, Giants, Warriors. That's how it worked in our house.
Right.
Niners,
number one.
Giants.
Okay.
Giants.
Yeah.
Warriors.
Yeah.
It's always how it worked.
Yeah.
There were times where my dad, 88, 89, great time to be a Bay Area sports fan. You got the 49ers winning the Super Bowls. You got the Giants playing the A's in the 89 World Series.
Yeah, the earthquake.
The A's are fucking nasty. The Giants are nasty. Warriors, very, very fun. Run TMC. So you got Mitch Redmond. You got Chris Mullen and Tim Hardaway. Mitch Richmond. Sorry.
Mitch Richmond was a good shooter. Tim Hardaway.
Running point.
Yeah.
Running around. And Mullen,
was a
nastiest ginger with a flat top and a Queens accent you'll ever meet in your life. You think he's going to have an Iowa accent?
Oh,
and he's
dude.
like, growing up in Queens, New York.
It's so
he's
cool.
The man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Chris Mullen to this day is one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
If I were a black dude, I'd be rocking a throwback Warriors basketball jersey.
So New York accent. It's hilarious.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
He came into Dos Caminos once when I was a waiter, and all I wanted to do was bring him a dessert. And my fucking general manager was like, I did it. And I was like, did you like the Warriors when you were a kid? He's like, no, but I'm from New York, and he's St. John's. I was like, do you like St. John's? He's like, no. And I was like, why couldn't you give me that moment? All I wanted to do was shake Chris Mullen's hand.
Yeah.
Love Chris Mullen. Dream team. He's fucking man.
Dude, he's great.
Niners, Giants, Warriors. This is everything when I'm little.
Yep.
Richmond. Tim Hardaway gets traded to the Miami Heat. I used to stay in the summer. In the summers, I would go for like 3 or 4 weeks to my dad's house.
Yeah.
Or I'd stay at my grandma's house where my dad lived with in San Francisco, in Marin County. We'd go stay in her apartment. So I would go to Giants games. If I was there late enough, I'd go to like a preseason Niner game. If I was there really late enough, I'd get to go to like week 1 or week 2 of the Niner season. But I always loved the Warriors.
Yeah.
You just loved them. You're like, they're fun. Tim Hardaway gets traded, and I'm like, I'm mad. I'm like, fuck that. I loved Run TMC.
Yeah.
I think he got traded. I'd have to look it up. I don't know when he got traded.
Well, I remember that when Hardaway was on the Miami Heat, they had the battles with the Knicks.
Yes.
And that was...
I'm going to look up when Tim Hardaway got traded. Tim Hardaway Sr.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Sr.
Traded to... Because it'll tell you... So... He got traded to the Knicks, to the Heat. Sorry, to the Heat. Because you're Knicks your whole life.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. He got traded in 96. But the season before that, I flirted with the idea of becoming a Nuggets fan. Because they didn't have anybody in Denver. I didn't like the Broncos. And the Rockies came around in 1993, and I told my mom, I go, if they're in the NL Central, I'm on board. But they got put in the NL West, so fuck them. I'm always Giants.
Yeah.
So Niners, Giants, Warriors. But I like the Nuggets. And the year before that Hardaway got traded was the year Dikembe and them beat the Sonics.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
I loved LaFonso Ellis. I loved Dikembe Mutombo. I loved Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. I was just like falling in love. And you're like, and then a moment happens in your marriage and you go, I'm going to step away from the marriage.
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway gets traded, and very publicly to my dad, I went, I think I'm done being a Warriors fan. I'm going to be a Nuggets fan. And my dad was like, the Denver Nuggets? And I go, yeah. And you know how hard it is to tell your dad, like, I would never, by the way, 49ers, Giants.
Dude, if my son came up to me and was like, Dad, I'm done with the Knicks. I mean, he would never. He cares about the Knicks more than anything. He told me and my wife.
But what's his third team? What's his third favorite team? Like, if you would say importance-wise.
Oh, so it's 100% Knicks, New York Football Giants, Yankees.
So if he went up to you and, Dad, I just feel like I want to be a Mets fan.
It would be tough.
It would be tough.
It would be fucking.
My dad was not happy about it. My dad was like, what do you mean you're not going to be a Warriors fan? And I'm like, well, they play the Nuggets. And I just feel like I need a Denver team is what I said.
Oh, okay.
I need a Denver team, which as a sports fan he understood because this isn't the internet. There's no internet.
You need one. I kind of agree with that.
I would have to read the newspaper every day to find out what happened with the Warriors. I'm already doing it for the Giants.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I kind of want, and also there's a feeling when you live in a city and you don't support one of the teams.
Yeah.
You kind of have this, like when the 49ers were winning Super Bowls, no one was happy for me. I'd have to call my dad and my grandma, and they're like, we fucking did it.
Yeah, but nobody around you.
My mom, the year they got divorced, the Niners played the Broncos in the Super Bowl and fucking blew their back out. Yeah. And my mom had to watch her son cheer for her ex-husband's team at a Broncos Super Bowl party. Yeah. So when I chose the Denver Nuggets, it was very much like my first, like, this is my decision.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, good luck. And he died in 97. He had no idea.
Oh, shit.
But his mom, my grandma, was a Dubs fan her whole life until she died. And she let me remember that I picked the Nuggets.
Oh, she rubbed it into you?
I mean, first off, Nuggets had a little bit of a run when we get Melo. 03, we were going to the first round every year, getting bounced by the Spurs.
Did you have Kenyon Martin on that team?
That's 09. That's the 09 Thuggets team. We made to the Western Conference Finals that year.
That was with Melo, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Melo, Kenyon Martin.
Yeah. 09.
Who was the point guard?
J.R. Smith. No, it was who was that team? It was Camby, Kenyon Martin, Carmelo Anthony.
Marcus Camby was on that team?
Yeah, old Camby, refurbished Camby.
Oh, okay.
Kenyon, Chris Anderson, early Birdman. That was when he was on that team.
Yeah, I remember McDuck.
We had J.R. Smith. Oh, Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Billups.
That's
a good squad.
Chauncey Billups is my second favorite NBA player behind Shaq of all time.
That's a great squad.
Lost to a very good Kobe team.
Yes.
09. Trevor Ariza got 2 steals.
Rest his soul, yeah.
And then fucking it was Lakers Celtics. That was when the big 3 won. That was when Garnett, Pierce.
Yeah.
So I go on to watch the Nuggets. I'm just into the Nuggets. I get into them. I really get into them. I love the Denver Nuggets. I'd go to McNichols. I would like go down there, and they were horrible. Around 98, 90. I mean, like really bad. Antonio McDyess was a bright spot.
Yep.
They traded him, got him back with 2 blown knees.
His knees were,
It was just horrible. So, go Nuggets, right? 2016, I'm working Hilarities. So we're always talking about it's funny. It's Hilarities is always
hilarious.
So I'm working Hilarities. Warriors, Cavs, finals.
And it's right down the street.
I mean, Quicken Loan Arena, which it was at the time.
I could hit my driver there.
Yeah. I go do morning radio, right?
Yeah.
The morning of Game 6. I go to radio and I'm like, and they're like, well, you're a Bay Area sports fan. How do you feel? And I'm like, let this be known. I am not a Warriors fan. I'm a Denver Nuggets fan.
Right.
Fuck the Warriors. I gave up on them, and I'm not that kind of guy.
Right.
I'm not going to switch sides just to feel the warmth of a championship. Fuck that. Go Nuggets.
Yeah.
And the radio show's like laughing. Anybody can get me a ticket. Let me know. I'm gonna be down the street at Hilarities. No one's coming to the show, so I'll do a fucking 45-minute show, and we can get the fuck out of there so everyone can watch this game. I'm calling. I leave the radio show. We're waiting for the elevator, and they come out and they go, "Hey, this guy called in. His friend bailed. Would you pay $300 for a ticket?" And I was like, "Is he still on the phone?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Absolutely, I'd pay." Absolutely. To watch LeBron and Steph Curry playing a fucking finals game?
Yeah.
So I do the show. I missed the first quarter. That's what I miss of the game. I finished the show at Hilarities, sprint to Quicken Loans Arena.
That's awesome.
I wish I remembered this guy's name. Him and his wife were so fucking cool. He's like there. He's like, hey. He fucking scans me in. They give out shirts with like C's on them. Dude, I told you, I'm not a Warriors fan.
Yeah.
I throw on the C's shirt. I'm at the top of the arena. We were like pretty close to the top. I have never been in a room that was more electric than Game 6 of the 2016 NBA Finals.
Really?
I'm talking about Cleveland hadn't won a championship in anything in 50 years. They are so thirsty.
Wait, was this a closeout?
No, this was to extend the series to go to 7.
Oh, they won in 7.
6.
They won in 7.
Dude, I got to see in person LeBron swat Steph Curry.
You saw that block.
I'm telling you, I've never seen a moment in sports, Paul, in the room where he fucking swatted that ball out, and the entire arena was like, it was like
nuts.
It was I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
The fucking arena went crazy to the point that I went, they're winning this championship. This is like...
When I saw the block, I thought they were going to win it too.
I was like, but the feeling in the room, you were like...
nuts?
It was so crazy, which, by the way, I was doing a Sunday show.
Yeah.
Game 7. This is the best. I talked to Nate, our buddy Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
Huge sports fan.
Yeah.
I tell him, I call him. I walk him back to the hotel. I'm like, fucking Game 6. Fucking LeBron swatted Steph. He's like, I know, I was watching. That's insane. He was working Cobb's that weekend. And he goes, I might go to Game 7.
No.
I might go to Game 6. He goes, you went to Game 6. I might go to Game 7. He looked up the prices. He was like, I ain't going to Game 7. That was also when the tech boom was happening, so all the tech money was in the Bay Area.
I was in a green room. I was in the green room in Baltimore and stayed and watched it, Game 7 from the green room. I just had to stay and watch it.
But when they won, by the way, did a show Sunday night when Game 7 was happening, did a 30-minute show because everyone was there. Scott, shout out Scott from Hilarities. The restaurant shut down. He pulled down the screen that they show all the clips, and we watched Game 7 downstairs.
That's awesome.
I went upstairs, and there was a riot. Everyone was in the streets. It's because the watch party was at Quicken Loan Arena. So I go outside. It's a riot. They were trying to tip over a bus. They were jumping on the bus. Everyone was trying to hug. It was. Let me tell you exactly. And this moment. This is the only time I've ever, I think, really talked about this on the podcast.
I'm glad. That's what this show is.
But there was this moment after Game 7 where everything's done. You know, I fight through the crowd. The hotel's right across the street. I think it's in the new Superman, too, if you look at the trailer. I think that Cleveland hotel is in the new Superman.
That Hyatt there, yeah.
Yeah, in the middle when you're inside with that, cool thing. So I go inside. I call Nate, and we talk. Because, with friends on the road, if you know someone else on the road, you call them to talk about sports.
Yeah,
you want to break it down. So I called Nate, and we're talking about Game 7, and I was like, it's fucking crazy or whatever. And he's like, yeah, and he hangs up, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go smoke a joint. And because I'm flying out in the afternoon, so fuck it, I'll go get stoned. So I go downstairs because I also want to see what's going on with the riot. It's been 30, 45 minutes.
Sure.
Let me tell you right now, Paul, when I walked out of Hilarities to fight back to the hotel, I was dodging hugs. I was dodging people being like, we fucking did, grown men crying, being
really?
we fucking won. And you're like, you did it, you did it. And they're you're watching grown men just being like, I thought I was a loser, and I'm not a loser anymore. And you're like, you did it, buddy. I go back upstairs, talk to Nate. I grab a joint. I come downstairs. I smoke a joint. It's died off, right?
A little bit, yeah.
I get in the elevator of the hotel.
Oh, God.
Door shutting. Boom, arm comes through.
No.
Blackout. This guy's so drunk he's a zombie. He gets in the hotel. He's wearing a LeBron jersey, and he's like, "We fucking did it. We fucking did it." And I go, "Congratulations, man." He goes, "We fucking did it." And I go, "You guys did it." And he goes, "What do you mean we did it?" And I go, "Oh, I'm a Nuggets fan, but congratulations, man. You beat the Warriors." And he goes, "Nuggets?" And then the door opens, and I go, "You got to get out." And he goes, "The Denver Nuggets?" And I go, "Get the fuck out of the hotel, all right?"
Oh, that's great.
Because we were still I think we just got Jokic. Get the fuck out of here.
That's a great story.
Yeah, but it was really cool to be there. That was the coolest moment I've ever been in a room.
Dude, you know what's nuts is I can't believe this is hilarities thing again. The Giant, I wasn't at this game, but obviously because I'm at hilarious. The Giants were in the NFC Championship game against the Packers in 4-degree weather.
I remember that.
Okay, yep.
That was 08?
No, it's 07. That's when we beat the undefeated Patriots.
07. Yeah.
But
08 Super Bowl.
But 08 Super Bowl. But we have to go into 4-degree weather, Lambeau Field.
Brett Favre's last game as a Packer.
And by the way, not Mike Tomlin, fucking Coughlin.
Tom Coughlin, this blue face.
Tom Coughlin actually made the Giants practice outside in Wisconsin when the Packers were inside. But
his purple face made me worried the entire time I was watching that game.
Just takes it off.
I was like, what, did they find him on Everest?
So I'm like, I go on stage at 7:03 when I go on stage at Hilarities.
Oh.
And it's during the game.
Doing a show while your favorite team is playing is...
So I go, you guys going to have it on? Yeah, I go, you got to have it on, right? You got to have it on. I said, when I get off stage, it's got to stay on. It's got to stay. If anybody wants, it's got to stay.
Yeah.
So like, no, it's the NFC Championship. So I get off stage, I'm watching, and it's like a 3-point game or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm watching, and all of a sudden, we get fucking Lawrence Tynes lines up for a field goal, and he misses it.
Yeah.
And I go, oh no. So then my wife's calling me, and she goes, oh yeah, he missed it. And then I stay on the phone with my wife watching it, and people from the show were watching me watch it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Because they were like,
well,
I said on stage,
Yeah,
I go, guys, I got. So
my mind's not here.
There
right
were
now.
couples that just got drinks at the bar, and they're just watching, and then they're watching me react. So so then Lawrence Tynes lines up again for it, and now this is after Favre threw the interception. And all of a sudden, my wife was on a delay, so she saw it like 3 seconds, and she just goes. I just hear her like laughing in a good way, and then he kicks it and it goes in, and I go, oh my God, and they're all watching me. I sprint out of Hilarities on that strip, I just go, yeah, and one dude just goes, fuck you.
That's great. Shut up.
But
that, I mean, dude, that is...
the elation.
Watching something on a delay, because that 08 Super Bowl, I was at a friend's house down in the financial district. They had a party in their apartment, and we were in the bedroom smoking weed out the window, and everyone was in the living room watching the game, and our feed was first.
Yeah.
And the David Tyree catch happened, and we went, oh! And they just hear him go, what? What? Oh! And you hear the whole room go up, and you're like, oh, you guys just saw it.
That's all. Well, when did you come to New York?
07. That was the year I moved here. I moved here in January of 07.
Okay, January of 07. So, the 2000, the Yankees and the...
Oh, yeah, the Subway Series.
The Subway Series, right? So I'm at the ALCS to close out. We don't want to go to Game 7.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's Game 6, but we don't want to go to... And you know who we played? We played the fucking Seattle Mariners, and they had, like, Edgar Martinez.
Oh, that team was
And they
nasty.
had... Right? So we had...
Was that right before Randy Johnson left for the Diamondbacks? Or was he on the Diamondbacks at that
No,
point?
he was... I think he was already gone.
He was already gone.
Yeah.
Because that Mariners team, for like 10 years...
No, dude, that Mariners team...
Just had so many bad...
So we're at the Game 6.
Griffey Jr. still on that team. That was before he got dealt to the Reds, right?
No, 2000 Griffey wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Griffey wasn't there. But they had like Edgar Martinez. They had good players. So all of a sudden we're there. I'm sitting there with my brother. We went to like every game. We went to the game where Jeter flipped over, and we went to all these games. That year we just went on a Yankee run. And we're sitting there. It's Game 6, and all of a sudden it gets announced at Yankee Stadium that the Mets have just made the World Series.
Oh.
Right? So it gets announced during, and we're down 2 in Game 6.
Oh, you're just like a bitchy sister. Your sister just got engaged.
So
you go, we are on a beach vacation right now.
Yeah, we were like, I don't care about the Mets right now.
You better fucking ask me on this vacation.
That was like, so like you hear rumblings, and you hear this, and you hear that, and then you hear, good, we're going to fucking beat them. You know, everybody, right? So all of a sudden, we're down. Now, here's the thing. If we lose to this team, they started to get momentum, then we got to play them in Game Game 7 and it wouldn't be good. It's the 8th inning, Dan, and we're down 4-2.
Okay.
David Justice comes to the plate with 2 runners on. Dog, I'm going to tell you this.
You guys had a retread David Justice.
When I tell you the pitch, okay, the bat hit the ball so hard that the crack of the bat, it didn't even get to second base, the ball, and everybody erupted. It was a second decker, no doubter. Dude, when I tell you my brother and I thought the place was going to collapse.
Old Yankee Stadium.
But now here's the best part, dude. I'm just getting the chills, dude.
Yeah.
Here's the best part. So now it's 5-4. We're going fucking nuts. And then all of a sudden, Enter Sandman, and they play Enter Sandman, and he runs out.
And
dude,
Yankee Stadium.
So it went from Justice's 3-run shot to holy fuck, we're about to go to the World Series, and then Mo comes out and he fucking shuts it down, dude. It was fucking nuts. Then we go to Game 1 of the World Series. It went to the 11th inning. Went to the 11th inning, and Timo Perez on the Mets hit the top of the wall, and he didn't run. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Todd Zeal hits the top of the wall. Timo Perez hesitated.
These names I haven't heard in fucking 20 years.
Todd Zeal hits the top of the wall. Timo Perez stuttered. He didn't know because he was at second, so he took 2 steps. Justice throws it to Jeter at third, and Jeter guns him down at the plate. Dude, we win the game. Dude, those moments were...
Have you ever been at a big loss?
Yeah, Game 7, Knicks. But Jalen got hurt, so that was
last season.
Last season.
It's first round. I'm talking about championship. Have you been to like an AL, like a
Eastern Conference championship this year? I took him. When we lost Game 2 to the Pacers after that fucking heartbreaking Game 1. So it's tough, but we also did see 2 playoff wins early. We saw. Here's the thing: the wins that we saw were early rounds, but we haven't gotten the Eastern Championship yet round.
Well, Katie said something to me after the 2019 Super Bowl, where she was like, it hurts more to watch someone lose at the Super Bowl. It hurts more than it feels good to win. She goes, the loss is way worse. And I could see how I've never been to a Super Bowl where they've won. I've got to go to 2 Super Bowls in my life. I'm very, very lucky that I've got to go through hookups. I've never had to pay an astronomical amount.
I've got one. I was at the one you were at. That's the only one I was ever at.
I got to go. The reason I got to go in 2019 was this was the worst. The worst one was 2019. I would say the worst is 2019. 2024 sucked, but not as bad as 2019 or 2023. 2019. McDaniel, who I told the story about, is now the run game coordinator of the 49ers. So he's worked in the NFL for over 20 years. He's bounced around. He with Kyle a lot. When Kyle takes over the Niners, McDaniel goes with him. I feel like the luckiest kid in the world.
Now, him and Kyle have been friends for years, too?
Yeah, they knew each other like way back in the day because Kyle, like through Mike Shanahan, Kyle, they were around they were like, I don't really know if they were like friends, but they knew each other.
Yeah.
Kyle got into coaching the next year. Mike got into coaching. Kyle was in Tampa. Mike started in Denver under Mike Shanahan and then went with Kubiak, and so did Shanahan. They met in Houston. So Houston was when them and a bunch of other guys started hanging out. But McDaniel, worked under Kyle in Washington and Cleveland and Atlanta, and then goes with him to San Francisco. So for me, it's like, oh, it's on. My friend is coaching. I'm from Colorado. One of my oldest friends is now a coach for a team.
Insane.
His mom. Before the Super Bowl started, I'll tell this story. His mom, Donna. They're a huge football family. Mike's stepdad worked for the Broncos. That's why he moved to Aurora, where I met him. So his mom was a huge Broncos fan. And I used to sleep over there every weekend. I would stay at his house. 7th and 8th grade, I'd probably stay at his house. And we would, all day Sunday, watch football together.
Yeah.
His mom always used to have this joke where she would go, "You're wearing the wrong colors." Because I'd always be in 49ers stuff. And she'd be like, you're wearing the wrong colors. You need to wear Broncos stuff. And they'd like try to get me Broncos stuff because it was free because they worked for the... And I'd be like, no, I like the Broncos, but go Niners.
Yeah.
And then, his wedding, he's in Washington. He's in all these different teams or whatever. The first game he's with the 49ers, I go on the sideline to say what's up to him, and his mom is there. And I haven't seen Donna in years. And the first thing she says to me when she sees me, she goes, "I'm finally in the right colors." And I was like, "Yeah, you are, Donna."
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
And then they rebuild the Niners. All this online people are like, fire Kyle. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
He rebuilt the organization and made them good. And that 2019 season, we're fucking cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Bosa's a rookie, but he's fucking tearing it up.
Yeah.
Our defense is nasty with Saleh. That's why he's back, and I'm so happy.
Oh, yeah, he's back.
We're going to be a problem. Maybe not this season, but we're going to be a fucking problem.
I like that.
And Brock is signed up. Brock's hooked up.
They locked him up.
I'm fucking pumped. But I would say the worst loss was that season. Everything was just like, it felt serendipitous. It was like everything was going right. I was having a great year. I did like an HBO special. Katie and I started dating. You know, I meet the love of my life. We start dating there, and like all this stuff is happening. Now, I spend all of my Delta mileage going to flying to San Francisco, to Santa Clara, to go to the Vikings divisional game because they had a first round bye. Niners had a first round bye. Okay. I go to the Vikings divisional game. I go to the Packers NFC Championship game. Watch them crush the Packers.
Yeah.
Mostert had like fucking 260 yards all total, like 4 touchdowns. It was fucking unbelievable. I get to go on the field. Nice. I got to meet Steve Young on the field. Everything was coming up. Like, this is unbelievable. Mike's wife tells me the price for Super Bowl tickets, and I go, I can't do that. I can't afford that. It's fucking insane. Even through family and friends, it's insanely expensive.
That's a lot.
Katie goes, hey, I'm covering the Super Bowl for ESPN. I'm down there for 2 weeks. She goes, sometimes we go to these parties and they'll hand out Super Bowl tickets. If that happens, it's also why the Super Bowl's lame. It's all corporate people that don't care.
Okay.
NFC, AFC championship games are where it's at. Those are fans. Super Bowl is all corporate interests with like 25% fandom.
That sucks.
But Katie calls me, can you get a flight down here? I got a Super Bowl ticket, and I have a hotel room because I'm working with ESPN. Can you get down here? And I was like, yes.
Yeah, I'll fucking run down here.
Yes. I call McDaniel. I'm coming to the fucking Super Bowl. He's like, awesome. I got you fucking passes or whatever for the like team, family, and friends. Come down here. So we go down there. I mean, dude, everything about it. It was in Miami. I go down there. Very serendipitous because Mike ends up as the Dolphins head coach.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
We go down there, and the night before the Super Bowl, he's like, do you want to come to the hotel? And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll come to the fucking hotel. And we go up to his room. He's got like a nice room, and it's like his in-laws, his mom, Donna's there, and I bring Katie. And I'm like, this is my girlfriend. We just started dating or whatever. And McDaniel's like, we're just talking, bullshitting. And he goes, you want to see the first 15 plays? And I was like, yeah. Because they script the first 15.
That's awesome.
By the way, they could show you, anybody that goes, oh, he shared info, you wouldn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah. No.
Each play's like jumbo right, 21 dump, Z fiddle.
20 zigzag, you know.
Might as well give me hieroglyphics and go, what does that mean? You go, I don't fucking know.
21 skydiver 9, you're like, what?
Yeah, and then McDaniel, though, made a joke. He goes, she can't look. She's with the media. And I was like, because she was with ESPN. I was like, that's fair. I'll look at the sheet.
That's so fucking cool, dude.
So it felt just like we had lost to the Ravens. Let's get our 6th. My friend Chad is there. He's a diehard Bronco fan.
No, wait, this is in
Miami, 2019.
Okay.
So we're in Miami. I mean, dude, everything worked. And then, hey, here's the bracelet for the after party. We were talking about this with Pete before.
Yeah.
Here's the bracelet. There's going to be an after party, win or lose. You go, hopefully win. Dude, that fucking, first off, Katie got us tickets in the Chiefs section. So I was one of 3 49er fans in the section. And Fred Warner picked off Patrick Mahomes. I think it was Patrick Mahomes' first interception in the postseason. You can look that up. I got loud about it. I got up and was like, let's fucking go. Fred fucking Warner, let's fucking go. And I'm like, dude, and then we're up 10, and I'm like, fucking Niners. There's like 2 Niner fans behind me. We're fucking high-fiving. And then that fucking 3rd and 14, and then they just start coming back. And then they win. And like a fucking Vietnam vet, like my point man, Katie knows. Because Katie was at Patriots-Eagles when they lost to the Eagles. And she goes, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. The confetti's about to drop. You do not want to be in the room when they drop the winner's confetti on you. So we got to go. We got to go right now.
Good for her.
And she got me out.
Good for her.
And I was like, that was one of the greatest moves you ever pulled.
That is the coolest thing I've ever heard a girlfriend say.
She goes, you do not. She was just in regular street clothes. She's like, you do not want to be in here. And they dropped the losing confetti. And you're like, you're right. You're right. I don't want to get rained on by a loss.
I think that year I performed in Denver. stayed because they played Monday Night Football against Mahomes, and that was when Mahomes changed hands and left at the end, and they won.
But dude, we went to that fucking. The funniest part is you take a bus to the after party because there's still an after party, but the bus is sad.
Oh god!
And we were right behind.
I don't know if I could do it.
We were right behind Matt LaFleur. He was the coach of the Packers.
Oh, my God.
Because his brother, Mike LaFleur, was still on the 49ers staff.
Oh.
So we're like driving there. I'm like, isn't this crazy? The head coach of the Packers is right in front of us. And she's like, yeah, that is nuts.
You know, it's so funny.
But it sucked. It sucked. And I went to the 2023 because Shane hooked me up with a hotel room and Che got me a ticket. So that was why I got to go to that Super Bowl.
That Super Bowl.
That hurt, but that didn't feel as bad as 2019 because at the after party, how sad Kyle, McDaniel, and Saleh were. You watched men that just dedicated 9 months of their lives to coming up so close.
So close. No, that's tough. I'll tell you now, okay, and this is something that I think Joe Bartnick would attest to, Bill Burr would attest to, our buddy Joe Gonzalez, who was there, would attest to, and it was the craziest. Now, I told you that I've been to a lot of playoff. I've been to the Masters.
Yeah.
I've been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I've been to a Yankee win against the Mets.
Crazy.
Which is like almost like Nirvana, right?
In the World Series.
In the World Series, okay? I've seen Nick playoff wins in early rounds. The greatest thing that I've ever been to was we went and we walked into Cameron Indoor, Duke versus UNC, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Dan, when I tell you cathartic, dog, when I tell you, here's the picture. First of all, you feel like you're in a giant high school gym.
I mean, it's built old school gymnasium.
It looks like a high school gym.
And this is Cameron, right?
We're in Cameron Indoor. Yeah. But like when you walk in, you almost feel like the brick. You almost feel like you're going to church.
Yeah.
And you go in at like an old Catholic high school, and you go in there, and they're all standing up, and the student body's waiting. Now everybody's sitting there. Leitner's sitting over there.
Yeah.
David Robinson's son was on the team. He's sitting over there. J.J. Redick is right in front of us here.
Oh, I hated Redick when he was there.
So all these people are there.
So good.
But the student body's waiting. Now everybody's in there. Now UNC is there. Everybody's there, and they wait, and all of a sudden, Krzyzewski comes. It's a part of the thing. So everybody's ready, and the whole benches are ready, and the thing is ready to go. And then Krzyzewski walks out in his suit, and the fucking student body goes nuts. He sits there. He gives them the speech. Dude, every possession of the game, 9,000 people standing up, going like, every possession, living and dying. Duke's down 8 at the half, right? And dog, if this can't get better, the fucking halftime show was the Red Dragon.
That's sick. Dude, flipping those fucking
we were
honor unicycle.
The place was going as nuts. Then this chick, for the people that don't know, she's a Japanese unicyclist. Japanese, right?
Yeah, she was at the game last night. She was at Pacers Knicks in Indiana.
If you guys don't know the Red Dragon,
Katie pointed her out.
Dude,
I just learned about her last night.
Oh, dude, there's a documentary on her.
I just learned about it. Katie goes, "It's the Red Dragon." I go, "It's the Red Dragon." And Katie was like, "You don't know the Red Dragon?"
Dude, the Red Dragon. If you guys don't know, there's a documentary on her. She's on a high, like a 15-foot.
It's nuts.
And then dude, when I tell you she had 20 bowls on her feet, and then she threw them up and caught her on her head. Dude,
they land perfectly.
All of a sudden, the whole student body and all the people standing were just going, no, she's not going to. She goes to like 6, then she goes to 12, but then when she went from 12 to like another 8, they're like, no way. Dude, she caught it. The place goes nuts. Game starts again. Duke comes back, wins. That's when they had, what's his name, Grayson Allen?
Oh, yeah.
And Grayson Allen just came in, dunked. They end up winning.
Movie villain.
Dude, we walked out, and we went to this little like after party area, and it was almost like snooty, but like, and they were like, yeah, we won. It was almost like you go to like
how you imagine Duke would be.
Like, yeah, you go almost like it's like a golf country club with
Could
people
I tell you something
like,
else?
Yeah.
We did rape that girl. And you go, oh my God. Oh my God.
You remember that lacrosse team?
It's amazing what money can buy. And you go,
yeah, there's just a guy.
You ruined her life.
There's just a guy with a sweater tied around his neck, holding a. So, dude, it was so special the moment that we just looked at each other and go, wasn't that experience? What did you just experience? They were like, I can't even put it to words. The next day we're at the airport putting our shoes through security. There's just an old guy in his 60s, and he was like, you were at that game? He goes, wasn't that something? Dude, anybody that loves sports, I would say Cameron Indoor, Duke versus UNC.
Oh, I'm so jealous of that.
Dude, it was 9,000. I don't know we sat once.
Yeah.
I don't know we sat once.
That's unbelievable.
Dude.
That's probably one of the coolest places to go see a sporting event.
When you said LeBron blocked and how it went, these students do that for like a layup in the third. And you're going like, dude, you're like...
I was just watching steelworkers from Cleveland finally let love in.
Yeah.
Just being like, oh, fuck. My life has been so tough. And LeBron left, and then he came back. He's like, here's one for you, baby.
So I know that... I know that the answer to this, but let me ask you this question before we get out of here. This has been so fun too. I could talk just an hour.
I just love sports. Sorry if you don't like sports.
Well, listen, this is a Dan Soder episode. It's about the best sports. That's what it is.
Sometimes people listen to my episodes. They go, "You talk too much sports." You go, "I like sports."
Hey, but that's what's cool about the show. Yeah, you know, we probably have no.
I could do wrestling.
Best wrestling.
Let me go on 98 Survivor Series.
Now, for me, it's no question. The question I'm going to ask is, what would be the best thing that ever happened to you sports-wise? For me and my son and my family right now, because, listen, I did see the Giants win one against the undefeated Patriots and then another Patriots team that we beat. Also, you know, I have seen Yankees win. I think the elation, and I will say maybe I would probably cry, if the Knicks won a title, I think going back to '94 when we lost and Patrick and them went to Game 7 against the Rockets and we lost. And I remember I was in my friend's room and he had this big Lego thing displayed. And I go, "This fucking bullshit!" I broke it. I cried, dude.
Yeah.
And I think coming back now and seeing my son even go harder. So for me, we speak about the best of. For me, the best feeling of my life would be sports-wise. The best feeling of my life sports-wise would be the clock hits 0 and the New York Knicks are running around the Garden as champions. I just don't think it could get better. So for you...
I would have to stay in the same realm of it hasn't happened yet. I think I grew up incredibly privileged and spoiled with the 49ers going 5-0 in Super Bowls until I was 11 years old. And then we haven't won. It's been 21 years since. I would say the 49ers, with Kyle Shanahan
as coach,
winning a Super Bowl, the clock goes 0, the 49ers are the world champions. It would just mean, it would be my favorite. It would be, because I've got scars now. I'm not just a young boy that just watches them win.
No, like,
the Ravens Super 47, watching them lose Super Bowl 47, watching them lose twice to the Chiefs. You're just kind of like, 49ers getting one. Just getting one. Just getting to 6. Sixth as an organization. It's just like, if the 49ers, the quest for 6 finally happens. Because I'm not going to lie, the Nuggets winning the title, I never thought was going to happen. And the fact that we swept the Lakers on the way to do it, on the day Carmelo retired, it was just too sweet. Oh. It was very sweet. Giants, after the Giants lost 0-2 to the Angels with Bonds and that fucking team we had.
I think Florentine's a Giants fan.
Yeah, he's a Giants Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to change my answer. 49ers winning the Super Bowl, which I do believe will happen, will be incredible. I will tell you, the moment I anticipate and I hope happens, and I will cheer until it does, is Mike McDaniel lifting up a Lombardi trophy as a head coach of a football team. I think that will be my favorite moment in sports of all time. Because I know how hard he works and how talented he is, and him as the head coach holding up that Lombardi trophy. I will cry. I will cry heavy when he does that.
What if he played the Niners?
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Niners and your friend going in the Super Bowl. You almost can't lose.
Yeah, no, it truly is a win-win.
You can't lose.
It truly is a win-win.
I mean, he'd be devastated, but either way,
it's a win-win.
You win.
I win.
You win.
That's a win-win for me.
That's a win-win for you.
But ultimately,
you'd want him to win. Yeah.
I think it's his life, and it's like, it's the way he would want me to have my glowing moment as a stand-up, whatever that is, if it's fucking selling out a certain venue or something. But it's like, I love that dude. He's the fucking man. He's exactly who you think he is, to quote Dennis Green. He is who you think he is. He's funny, he's smart, he's fucking brilliant when it comes to football, and I've seen how hard he's worked since we both we similarly started our journeys at the same time, of me doing stand-up and him doing coaching.
And it's crazy, like you said, like he's been a ball boy since he's a 14-year-old kid.
I mean, but he was obsessed with the Broncos when he was a kid. Like, would read the media directory and shit. I
mean, maybe he'll be with them one day.
I'll tell you what, wherever he wins the Super Bowl, I'll be there and I'll have their shit on.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Even if it's the fucking Seahawks.
No, that you can't.
No, I couldn't wear it.
Just be like, hey, dude, listen, I'm Roof. I can't wear it.
Hey, I'm cheering for you. I got generic clothing on.
But you said something that really struck a chord with me just now, where you were like, we got scars. As a Knick fan, I got scars. You know, like when you watch National Geographic and you see the old lion in the back?
Dude, young 49ers were just like, oh, who are we playing in the Super Bowl? Like, the Giants would win in 90 or whatever. Cowboys, the Packers, they would come along, but that would be like, oh, we got a new challenger, but we're in it.
Right.
And then you go through the dark years, and then you come back and you go, and then you go back up and you lose.
Well, imagine being 20 and being a Patriots fan.
Dude.
You 6?
Yeah, you
saw 6?
That's all you know. And also, I read an article in the San Francisco Chronicle when I was visiting my grandmother one time after the Giants won the 2014 World Series against the Royals. And the article was like, in the Chronicle was basically like, hey, young Giants fans, this isn't how life goes.
No.
Because they go like 3 and 5 years. We just win World Series. And you go, no. We never thought that was going to happen. After the 89 shellacking of the Bay, the earthquake game, but then the A's beat the piss out of us.
Yeah.
We were good in mid-90s. Bonds, 02, a god. Tim Salmon said it was the longest home run he's ever seen hit. And we lose that in 6 because that fucking rally monkey, and then you don't think it. And then you win 2010, 2012, 2014, and you go, holy shit, it's fucking awesome to be a Giants fan.
Yeah.
And then now you're back to being like,
dude.
But shout out Jung Hoo Lee, you're my guy.
Dude, every single person I talk to, it's Bonds. Everybody. I talked to Lenny Dykstra's son. Lenny Dykstra's son was out in Austin.
He's the best.
And I go, who's, dude, I got one for you. I'm hammered at a Knicks game, hammered. Pete Davidson gets tickets for us. This is right when Pete started at SNL. He gets tickets for us, or Pete's like on a couple seasons, and he goes, "You want to go to the Knicks game?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do, dude."
Yeah,
so I'm sitting
please.
there, and like we're sitting down on the baseline right by the Knicks bench, and there's a guy that everybody's kind of like not going crazy over, but like he's like got like black hair, slicked back, and I'm going, "Who is it?" Now I'm on like my 4th large vodka soda, so I start getting hammered. Porzingis is on the team and shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm getting hammered, and I'm just like on the way back to like the Dolan suite. I'm like, "Who's that guy that?" They're like, "Oh, that's Mickey Callaway. He's the new Mets manager, right?" It was the new Mets manager, right? So he's sitting there, him in the trainer. Yeah, do anytime you guys want to come by to the field and everything. I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm hammered. So I go, "Hey man, I'm drunk and shit." I go, "Hey man, can I ask you a question, man? I need to talk baseball." And he goes, "Ah, it's all right." I go, "Best baseball player you ever seen live?" Because he was the pitching coach in Cleveland before he came to the Mets. Then I think he got a little problem, but I go best, and he goes, "Ooh, that's tough." "Oh no, it's not." Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
And he goes, I've never seen a guy make a pitcher pay for a mistake more. He goes, if the pitcher makes a mistake, that's how good. Bonds was a Hall of Famer, by the way, before any kind of accusation.
The 500 club. I mean, cut his career in 1998. He's a Hall of Famer.
Everybody goes.
98 is when it's rumored that he started using.
Everybody goes, he's the best baseball player maybe ever.
There's a story that I just saw. You know how like, depending on your algorithm, you get fed shit?
Yeah.
There's this, it was Big Papi. And he was speaking Spanish on a baseball podcast. So I don't know what podcast this is. I wish I could give him credit.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you're going to need to unlock your iPhone. But Big Papi's telling about, he's playing first base for the Red Sox, playing the Giants. Barry Bonds hits a pop fly. And Big Papi goes, I've never seen a fly ball go higher. And he's just waiting under it. He's like, I feel like I wait for 3 hours. I'm waiting. And he goes, it comes down. It hits my shoulder. It like rocks him, right? Later, Bonds is on first or whatever. And he goes, pop fly. Big pop fly. Like he said something like that. He's saying this in Spanish. He like talks some shit. He's like, big pop fly. And Bonds goes, just wait. He made a mistake. Just wait. I'll make him pay for that. Oh, and then the next time they're playing the Giants, he fucking knocks it out of the park. And then as he's rounding first, he just goes, told you.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah. I love Barry Bonds. He never got convicted of using steroids. Barry Bonds never got convicted.
Dude, I've never seen a guy get walked with the bases loaded, dude. He got walked with the bases loaded.
You want to go watch the greatest thing? Go watch him versus Eric Gagne, the closer for the Dodgers.
Oh, go watch that. Guy was juiced the fuck up,
where
too.
he had the fucking
I remember Eric Gagne,
But watch their battles.
Yeah.
Bonds fucking hate. I don't know if they were like, if that was a work or if that was a shoot, but like Bonds, fuck the Dodgers. First off, fuck the Dodgers forever.
Yeah.
Forever and a day. If you're a Dodgers fan and you're a new Dodgers fan, like my friend Joey, fuck off. Yeah. Fuck the Dodgers. It's Giants till I die. That was fun. Late 90s, early 2000s, Dodgers, Giants.
Yeah.
Very fucking fun. I want us to get good again because they're a super team right now, and I would just love to challenge them.
I shouldn't do
Aaron Judge, I know you're a Yankee fan. I wish Aaron Judge would have came to the Giants. He's from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
They offered him just as much money as the Yankees, and he obviously chose the Yankees. He's got history there.
He's an animal.
He's an animal. I just would have loved.
Yeah. Now, I shouldn't do this because this would probably be another episode, but it's you, so I may have to make an exception because I was going to do greatest performance, but I will tell you this because that's greatest performances in sports is another thing because we're talking live things you've been at. But I will say this: the 2005 Rose Bowl with Vince Young.
Oh, Vince Young, USC Texas.
Vince Young, USC Texas. That single-handedly, as a performance, that didn't inspire me for sports. It inspired me as a human.
I mean,
when he's looking at the clock and they're down 14 and he's going like this.
That was my senior year of college.
And there's 7 minutes left and he's just nodding. What he did after that, I'm telling my wife, I'm sitting in bed with my wife and I'm going, she goes, what do you, I go, you don't know what I'm witnessing.
So you want a fun story about that? Vince Young wins the national championship over possibly the greatest football team of all time.
Yeah,
that US team, USC team with
Reggie Bush
and Lendell White and that linebacking core that they had with Clay Matthews and fucking
Leinart was a monster.
Was Clay Matthews on the team? I don't know, but that fucking USC dynasty was stacked. So Vince Young wins the Super Bowl, right? It's another McDaniel story. McDaniel gets hired by the Houston Texans, who have the #1 pick in the draft that year. Me and my friend Chad are living together in Tucson, and we call McDaniel on this flip phone. There's no smartphones yet. We call McDaniel, and we're like, who are you taking? Are you taking Reggie Bush? Are you going to take Vince Young? Are you going to take Matt Leinart?
And Reggie Bush won the Heisman that year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, nah, we're not taking any of them. And we're like, what? This was the first time McDaniel ever gave us NFL insider info. He goes, we're taking Mario Williams at NC State. And we were like, what? And then he told me, he goes, Kubiak thinks if you're going to play Peyton Manning twice a year, you need someone that's going to be in his face. So we need a D end. And it fucking, by the way, Mario Williams had a fucking solid career.
I think he had like a good 4 or 5 years of being a real fucking animal.
Mario Williams was nasty. And all the other guys flamed out.
I was going to say
Bush was the only one that was kind of decent.
I was thinking about that. I was going to go, should they have got Bush? But you know what? Bush wasn't like he wasn't a bust.
Adrian Peterson.
He wasn't a bust, but he wasn't
Adrian Peterson.
No.
Adrian Peterson, you draft him and you go, it's exact. The Vikings were like, yeah, we got the guy that we found.
Yeah, I mean, but how many times that happened? Like, when's the last guy that was a short shot? Andrew Luck?
Maybe.
Andrew Luck may be I'm talking like, when I say short shot, I mean like he's going to start tomorrow.
Joe Burrow?
Close.
Joe Burrow might be it.
Joe Burrow could be it.
Joe Burrow came in and started winning.
Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart. No, but like it's tough.
God, we could do this for 7 hours.
Oh my God.
I love you, dude.
Yeah, no, this is the greatest. This is
Go Niners, go Giants, go Nuggets.
Go Knicks. Guys, thank you so much. Dan, thank you so much for doing this. And plug all your shit, man.
DanSoder.com. I'm on tour. The Golden Retriever of Comedy Tour is starting in September in LA.
Name.
Thanks, dude. Doing theaters. I'm super excited. The fucking hour. I like the hour. I never say that about my own shit. I like the hour. DanSoder.com. I'm probably coming to your city. We did West Coast first round of announcements. East Coast will be beginning of 2026. Listen to Soder, the podcast, and the regs. I love you. Go Niners.
PaulVirzi.com for all the dates. I got a bunch of new dates coming up there. Also go to punchuplive.com/Paul Virzi for more dates there. Check out Reasonable Man, my YouTube channel. Click my YouTube channel and subscribe. Subscribe to Paul's Best Podcast. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, brother.
Bye. Holy shit, I could have talked for fucking...